coalition airstrike has killed ISIS-appointed governor of Mosul in Iraq. He'd only been in office for 25 days since the former office holder was also taken out by the U.S.-led coalition. This comes as ISIS holds a Jordanian pilot whose plane came down in Syria earlier this week. The U.S. and Jordan reject ISIS claims that the group shot down that plane, but now the family of the pilot is left pleading for his freedom, and the Jordanian parliament is threatening grave consequences should he be harmed. Kurdish and Iraqi forces gearing up for another offensive to take Mosul. I'm glad you brought it up. What are we doing there? It's been taken by ISIS since June. Now you've got another mayor or governor of that area that has been taken down. Is that a sign that we are making progress, that perhaps Mosul could go back into the hands that the coalition wants to see?
Absolutely. If we didn't think that was a possible outcome, if the Iraqi forces didn't want to reclaim this major city in the north, they wouldn't be taking this mission on. The United States wouldn't be in Iraq, back in Iraq, providing the assistance necessary in order to get this job done. Clearly, progress is being made, but as has been assessed, it's probably years before the ISF, the Iraqi security forces, are in a position to do something against threats like ISIS. And ISIS is going to morph. If we were to eliminate ISIS tomorrow, it would morph into something else. Radical Islam, this form of terrorism, has an endurance that really is going to kind of baffle all of us. This is really a new type of an engagement that we're a part of.
So what should the U.S. response be? Specifically, I guess let's talk about Mosul. If you're talking about the Iraqis being able to try to retake Mosul, should it be advisors on the ground? Should it be more airstrikes? What should the U.S. do to help that process?
Well, what the U.S. should do and what the U.S. can do at this point are essentially two separate things. The U.S. certainly could lend much more of a military hand to the Iraqi security forces. That has not been the position moving forward. And I don't think the Iraqi security forces are in a position to absorb that type of help right now. So what's taking place is certainly airstrikes, a lot of great intelligence. There are some additional command and control type capabilities. The United States and its coalition partners have an immense amount of resources, that the enablers, if you will, both ground and air, that can be used in order to effectively help the Iraqi and the Kurdish forces as they go after Mosul. There's a lot of outside as well as inside type of support that can be used.